This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means? It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop Black Friday week starting November 21st.
This is Scams and Cons News with Jim Grinstead.
In today's Scams and Cons News, a 44-year-old Atlanta man has been sentenced to 10 years and 1 month in federal prison for his role in a large-scale romance scam, and a 27-year-old science teacher's identity was sold on the dark web for just $10, leading to a $4,500 theft from his bank account. But we begin with a family who repeatedly answered knocks on their door from people seeking sex. One doesn't expect to open their door finding a stranger looking for sex, or for people to look through their windows looking back. It turns out the couple got caught up in a honey trap scam, where scammers take money for a hookup, then send the buyers to a random address. Our AI voice Susan tells us what happened. All names have been changed.
A family in Chatterton, Greater Manchester, is living in fear due to a disturbing honey trap scam. Sarah and Mike, along with their 20-year-old son, have been plagued by unexpected visitors at their home for months. Over 30 men have turned up at the family's address in the past 2 months alone. Some merely observe the house, while others have attempted to enter one. The family believes these men were lured by promises of sexual services after making online payments. Despite providing evidence to Greater Manchester Police, including video footage and car registration plates, the family has been told there's insufficient proof of a crime. This lack of action has left Sarah feeling vulnerable and afraid to answer her own door. This incident bears similarities to a recent Westminster scandal where at least 12 men in political circles received unsolicited messages in a sexting scam. Romance fraud is on the rise, with nearly 9,000 reported cases in 2023, an 8% increase from the previous year. Dr. David Bilgill, a criminology expert from the University of Manchester, notes that this case shares many characteristics of romance fraud. He suggests the number of victims could be much larger than currently known. The ongoing situation has taken a toll on the family. Sarah has been left in tears when confronted with strangers on their property late at night. The couple is even considering moving house due to the stress.
A Virginia man lost his life savings, $272,000, and says he feels financially assaulted. He found out about it from a woman at the Fairfax Adult Protection Services. Someone notified them because the victim was wiring thousands of dollars and they were concerned. NBC4 has more.
In August of 2023, Charles says a man by the name of Jansen David sent him a friend request on Facebook. Seeing the two had mutual friends, Charles accepted it.
He said he was living in Denver.
The two started chatting on Messenger until Jansen suggested they take their conversations to WhatsApp.
We started talking, and it was, what are you interested in?
Just innocuous.
Yeah, innocuous conversation. He started, saying, I'm really interested in you.
This easy conversation went on for months. They talked about family, cooking, past relationships, and work.
In addition to his job, he was doing, some crypto. He showed me some stuff. He said, do you want to, try maybe investing?
Charles said he didn't see the harm in this because he's heard about romance scams and knew better than to send anyone money. But this was different because his friend sent him a link to what appeared to be a legitimate Bitcoin website. He started off small, investing $1,000.
Made some money.
He did?
Yeah.
He even showed us the screenshots of his account. The more he invested, the more he made. Were you kind of excited about this a little bit?
It's a new opportunity to make money and enhance my retirement, ultimately.
The stakes got even higher in December when Jansen convinced Charles to go big.
And how much did you do?
$185,000.
But a few days after wiring the money, that faithful knock at the door from Adult Protection Services brought Charles back to reality.
I've subsequently learned that it was a complete fake.
A fake Bitcoin website, a fake crypto account, a fake name on the wire transfer, and yes, even a fake Facebook friend.
Okay, the face has changed. It's now a woman.
The bank tried to get his money back, but because it was a wire transfer, they were unable to reverse the transaction. A 44-year-old Atlanta man has been sentenced to 10 years and 1 month in federal prison for his role in a large-scale romance scam. The man was the ringleader of a sophisticated operation that targeted vulnerable seniors, particularly widows and divorcees in their 60s and 70s. The scammers created false personas, often posing as military members stationed abroad or workers on oil rigs to gain the trust of their victims. These are common jobs used by scammers to convince their victims to trust them. The scheme resulted in approximately $5.8 million stolen from elderly victims across the United States. One victim, a 71-year-old woman, lost $324,650 and was forced to sell her properties and refinance her home. Many victims reported not only financial losses, but also emotional trauma and a loss of trust. U.S. District Chief Judge John McConnell, Jr. handed down the sentence, emphasizing the need to prevent the man from repeating his crimes and to deter others from similar schemes. In addition to the prison term, the man was ordered to undergo mental health treatment. The scammer pleaded guilty to charges of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering. His co-defendant is currently serving a 78-month sentence for her involvement in the scheme. It's likely we all have cars or trucks with small dents or dings on them. There are now people who will come to you in a parking lot and offer to fix them. People in official-looking cars, except they're not. They're scammers. NBC4 in Washington got wise to the plan.
Brian says she was approached a couple weeks ago, and when she declined, things took a turn and they got aggressive.
They saw a small little dent and they said, "We can fix it." And I said, "No, I'm good." And then he almost tried to block me in and was like, no, but we can fix this. I said, "I got it. Leave me alone."
It's right there.
We spotted a similar car while we were working. They tried talking to the driver, but they took off before we could catch up.
Anybody who comes and offers to repair my car in a parking lot, I basically say no thank you.
It's rare for scammers to get that aggressive, but if they do, notify police immediately. This is Scams and Cons News. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's November and time for family gatherings, the resurrection of past grudges, and comments about how much more you could have done with your life. Sure, you're grateful for your family. They helped you grow up to be the person you are today, but they can also stress the hell out of you. One way to deal with it is to call your therapist at BetterHelp. Your therapist can help you deal with dreaded moments with your uncle, your mother's reminders that you should have been a doctor, or the battle over the remote control to decide which football game to watch. And when it's all over, you can schedule another appointment with your BetterHelp therapist to figure out what to do with your sister's new condescending husband. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/scamscons today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/scamscons.
This holiday season, Lululemon makes it easy to give a gift that goes beyond the moment they open it. There's the sound of them unboxing super soft Lululemon loungewear. And then, there's the sound of them slipping into deep recovery mode after every workout. With Lululemon, the real gift happens when they're living in it. Open the moment. Shop now at Lululemon.com.
A 27-year-old science teacher experienced a huge financial loss while on holiday in Cornwall, England. His identity was sold on the dark web for just $10, leading to a $4,500 theft from his bank account. While enjoying his vacation with his wife, the man received an alarming notification indicating that a $4,500 payment had been made for a hotel room. Upon contacting First Direct Bank, he discovered that a fraudster in Romania had opened an account in his name with a digital financial service called Money's and used his details to make the purchase. This unexpected transaction left the man with only about $25 in his account, forcing the couple to cut their holiday short. First Direct refunded the stolen amount within a week. Despite implementing tighter security measures, the man continues to receive multiple email notifications daily regarding unauthorized sign-in attempts. He expressed concern about how such a breach could occur, stating that he considered himself tech-savvy and had taken precautions against identity theft. The man described the frustrating experience of navigating security protocols after the incident. He's been enrolled in a 12-month fraud protection program that requires extensive verification for significant transactions. There is a new and serious technology that threatens your security. Take a moment to put your geek hat on. Tech Radar said security experts are sounding the alarm over a new phishing-as-a-service platform called Mamba 2FA. The service poses a significant threat to Microsoft 365 accounts. The service is available for just $250 a month, allowing cybercriminals to execute sophisticated phishing attacks with minimal technical skills. Mamba 2FA has been operational since at least November 2023 and has recently undergone multiple upgrades to enhance its stealth and effectiveness. It employs advanced cloaking techniques such as masking the IP addresses of relay servers and rotating phishing URL domains to avoid detection by security systems. The platform enables attackers to create convincing login pages that capture users' authentication tokens and multi-factor authentication codes. This adversary-in-the-middle approach not only tricks victims into sharing sensitive information, but allows them to log into legitimate services simultaneously, increasing the likelihood of successful attacks. Recent observations indicate that Mamba 2FA is being actively used in phishing campaigns, making it a formidable challenge for organizations striving to protect their sensitive data. As organizations implement multi-factor authentication as added security layers, criminals are adapting by using services like Mamba 2FA to bypass these defenses. Experts recommend strengthening security measures through hardware keys, certificate-based authentication, and user education to mitigate these evolving threats. How do you catch scammers who use cryptocurrency to quickly take your money and move it somewhere out of reach? Well, the FBI came up with a way. The agency created its own Ethereum-based token, NextFund AI, as part of an investigation into price manipulation in crypto markets. The FBI said the token was developed with the assistance of cooperating witnesses. The Securities and Exchange Commission has charged 3 market makers and 9 individuals for allegedly engaging in schemes to inflate the prices of certain crypto assets. Additionally, the Department of Justice has brought charges against 18 individuals and entities for widespread fraud and manipulation of the crypto markets. Prosecutors allege that the defendants made false claims about their tokens and engaged in wash trades, a practice where trades are executed to create a misleading impression of market activity. The accused market makers, QM Quant, CLS Global, and MyTrade, are said to have participated in these wash trades on behalf of NextFund AI, unaware it was an FBI creation. Jody Cohen, special agent in charge of the FBI's Boston division, said the case represents a new twist to an old-school financial crime. She noted that the charges have been filed against leaders of 4 cryptocurrency companies and 4 market makers who allegedly orchestrated a sophisticated trading scheme that defrauded investors out of millions. A market maker from MyTrade MM allegedly claimed that his firm had an edge over competitors because they could control the pump and dump, facilitating insider trading. While trading activity on NextFund AI was reportedly limited, authorities have disabled trading for the token. The DOJ has also secured $25 million in fraudulent proceeds that will be returned to investors. This is Scams and Cons News.
Pack your body bags. We're going on a slaycation. Tim, what's a slaycation?
A slaycation is a murder or mysterious death that happens while you're on vacation.
If you like to mix humor with horror and travel,
join me, Kim Davis.
And me, Adam Tex Davis.
And me, Jerry Colbert.
As we look at the craziest slaycations that will have you asking, what the F is wrong with people? You can find Slaycation on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Just remember, getting away can be murder.